What's up, power fans and YouTube? It's your boy Nino and I'm back with another power video. In this video, I'll be talking about Unique's body, why Ronnie hates Raquel, the interview Joe Badass did, and why characters normally get killed off from a show. I will also talk about other happenings in this episode 6. And of course, if you are new to my channel, you're welcome. Kindly hit the subscribe button, like, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Now let's get straight into the topics. After watching episode 6, do you still think Unique is dead? Now, one thing I don't seem to do is to break down trailers because trailers are cut differently to promote the next episode and to make you want to watch. My last video I made, a lot of comments were like Unique is dead and it's in the next preview that Howard said they found Unique dead and so forth. Now, I hope most of you who were quick to say his body is found and he is gone have watched the episode 6 already. Now, I stated in my last video that until that body shows up, he ain't dead. It doesn't matter if Joe Badass did an interview about his character or not. He will always stay according to the script. There is no way he would have said in the interview that he is not dead. That will be him spoiling the show. And these writers know that power fans will like to talk. When it comes to killing a significant character like Unique, they know very well that we will talk. So they will make sure they film in a way that section of the audience will believe what they see on screen and the other section will think there is more to what they are showing them. They did it with Ghost to promote Power Book 2 and we stay glued to it hoping we will see Ghost popping up one day. So trust me, writing a TV show is more like a game. You need to be able to write in a way that will increase the dopamine of your audience to want to watch every episode no matter what the twists and turns are. Now let's talk about episode 6 and I'll start with the biggest topic, which is Unique. How many of you realize the inconsistency in exactly what happened to Unique? Have you realized how many times they have to say it in different ways that Unique is gone? Repetition. It means pay attention. You have to pay attention to why we kept hearing Unique is gone, he is gone, he is gone, but yet no one has seen his body before making that pronouncement, not even the police themselves. Now, a missing person who is not found cannot be assumed dead because of blood on the floor in his shop. Kanan in the OG Power bled more than Unique did, but he still survived. And if you notice, Unique went from being missing to he's gone and never coming back, to he's dead but the body is not yet found, to his own brother saying again that he took some time off and he will be back. Now, the ironic representations in the script about the status of Unique does not give a conclusive judgment that he is dead. Maybe in real life, if someone is beaten like that, he might possibly die, but in this case, this is a TV show and anything can happen and we will still agree to it. Now, Ronnie told Juliana that Unique is gone just like she wanted. Let me remind you that Ronnie is a killer and he knows when he kills someone. Personally, I feel he did what he did to Unique to put him off for a while in order for him to pick up and stand on his feet in the drug business. Then they used Vanessa to establish how Ronnie loved his brother and can never kill him. Then Ronnie again telling Jukebox that Unique took time off and he will be back is another ironic truth that has been established there. And like I said earlier, Ronnie is a killer. He already killed 2 people before fighting his brother. And the way he disposed his brother's body felt as though he knew very well that he wasn't dead. But it would take a long time for him to recover. Hence, by the time Unique shows up again, Ronnie would have been the king of the street. Let me know what you also think in the comment section, but trust me, that beating from Ronnie was a prison-style beating he gave his brother. A beating that will send an inmate to the hospital for months while his abuser will be held in some special housing unit or SHU as it's often called. Now let's talk about Unique's interview. Why do you think the interview came out immediately after they showed episode 5? Why was the interview transcribed? Because I didn't see that as a video of him talking. Maybe he's out there, but if anyone saw that interview Joe Badass did as a video, send me the link. Let me also have a look as well. Now, severally, I kept saying that actors and actresses sign a non-disclosure clauses when taking up these roles. It comes with their contract before they get the job. So there is no way an actor or an actress will give out an information that he or she is not supposed to give to the public. Actors are not responsible for PR of any show. Every show has their PR department that does their promos. So unless the actor or actress is meant to be used as a PR tool, he or she has no right to talk about anything in relation to the future of his or her character. Have you ever seen Omari ever answering yes or no to the question, is Ghost dead or still alive? No. Now let me point your mind to this. TMZ rolled up on Joe Bada's and his girlfriend outside and he was asked about his character. He said something interesting. Now listen. He said if the fans can write petition to 50 Cent for him to come back after his tour, that would be great. Now, why do you think Joe Bada's will think after killing him in the show, there is a possibility of him coming back if there isn't one? Or is he saying he wants to come back as a ghost? I don't think any character will be happy playing ghost in people's mind like they are doing now with Scrappy, which makes me feel like Scrappy was killed off too early. Now, one thing we should also know about these characters is that they don't know the future of their characters just like us. They don't even read the whole season script at a go. And just like us, they don't read beyond what they are given. That is why they mostly become shocked when they receive their last script that details how they will die. I can tell you that Joe Bada's, who played Unique, doesn't know what is next for his character. He stated that he had to tour his new album. Now, one thing you should also note is that there are a lot of factors that they consider before killing off a character. It is not just about the writing. Writers' hands get tight if an actor's schedule won't work for the next production, especially actors who double as musicians and others who need to be on other shows at some specific time, etc. So schedule conflict is one factor that can get a character killed. Secondly, if you are an actor and nobody likes you, you are not cool with the crew and other cast, or you are causing problems on set, they will just write your character off no matter where the story is. They will just conclude that you are not good for the crew, you are not good for the show, and that is it. You are out. So I just want you to know that there is so much that goes into killing off a character other than just the story. So most at times, it is not the writer's fault. But then, until Unique's body is found, he is definitely not dead. Because think about it. Had it not been his tour schedule, it means there are more stories to be told when it comes to Unique, right? So if the intention is to give him chance to go and tour, they definitely have to create that vacuum of absence for him, else the fans will not understand why 5 episodes without Unique. Well, I hope what I've said so far has made sense to you. Now let's talk about Famous and Lulu. These two people have guilty conscience issues, and to think that Lou advised Famous to free himself with the truth makes me feel like clock is ticking for Famous. And for Lou to confess to Scrappy's mother, damn, this is about to be crazy. Imagine telling a snitch the truth about something she already suspects. Her next move is to go straight to the police as usual. Now, if you pay close attention to the voiceover at the end, it says that, and as hard as you may try to change, you ain't never going to be anything but you. Now, this statement makes me feel like Lou will end up killing Scrap's mother himself. But let me know what you also think in the comment section below. Now, let's talk about Jukebox. Now, we all know she was making this move to join the force before this group opportunity came, right? Now, she has gotten an approval letter stating that she has qualified. I am sure it's her medical examination report that came. Now, we all know how Jukebox ended, but we are yet to know exactly what really triggered it. Juke seems to want to have control over Kanan. If you notice in OG Power, she was telling Kanan what to do. It's as if she's giving him instruction, and for some reason, Kanan always followed her orders. Now, what I foresee happening here is that Juke will start feeling like Kanan is getting out of control and nothing or no one is able to get him in line or to listen. Juke might then decide to join the force. Once she becomes a cop, Kanan will listen to her or risk being arrested or something. Enemies, they say, are dangerous, especially when they are family. Now, let's talk about Marvin. I knew very well that the sweet changes we are seeing in Marvin now would definitely come with a price. Something strange will happen to him, and that will also be another pivotal point for Juke to become ruthless. And like we know in Power, there is nothing like happily ever after. So it is just a matter of time before things go left with Juke and Marvin. Already his profile has come up in a case where he sent Marco on a job to kill Tony. It isn't coincident that this guy here moved to him talking about Tony. But then let's see what Howard would do about this case. But if Marvin gets to know about his case at the present, I'm sure he will go after this guy before he becomes a potential witness against him. Now let's move on to Raquel. Raquel announcing her comeback to the game isn't surprising. We all know her initial decision wasn't going anywhere. Now, what her initial decision to leave the game has done is to give her son the opportunity to explore, and now he is in business with her enemies. And once your enemy is working with your son happily means your son is equally an enemy now. It's up to Raquel to see it that way. Now, why does Ronnie hate Raquel with so much passion? Based on this episode 6, I came out with a theory. What if Raquel snitched on Ronnie to Howard back then to go to jail? And by so doing, she took out a competition which was Ronnie, then framed High Post later as the one who snitched on Ronnie and High Post got killed. Then Raquel took over High Post's business. Think about it. Now, why do I think so? It is not a mistake for Vanessa to make similar statements about Raquel that she potentially took out High Post just to take over his business. Secondly, see how Raquel smoothly moved to take Unique's spot even when his body has not been found yet. This is what made me think that Raquel could be responsible for Ronnie going inside and High Post dead. Then it will all make sense why Ronnie seemed to hate her with passion. In my last video, I stated that what the old Kanan did with Tariq and turned him against Ghost is the same thing Ronnie would do to Kanan. In this case, this is where Kanan got that slicky idea from in the OG Power. Now, like I stated, the High Post topic is a theory. I could be wrong, but the words and action play matches what Raquel is capable of. But let me know what you also think in the comment section below. Now, after watching episode 6, do you still think Unique is dead, or you think he's still breathing somewhere, or you are waiting for the body first? Drop your thoughts, your theories and comments in the comment section. Let's interact. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share. Most importantly, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Catch you in my next video. It's your boy Nino. Thanks for watching.